Hey everybody, Chris Eggleston here, and we're going to do another property review today. This one is, well, in the same area as we've been in, Queen Creek, Santan Valley, Arizona area. Um, and this one is $2,600, $2,660 plus tax. It is a progress home, so as the last progress home we reviewed, there are also several additional fees that will apply. And still planning on doing a video to go over those fees. But what I wanted to look at in this one is just in this review, or just from this listing, there are some things that would keep me from even actually viewing this property if I was looking for to rent it. One being the price for sure. Now it is a larger home, so it's a four bedroom, two bath, but it's over 2,000 square foot. So it's a pretty good size house, which is probably where they're getting the price from. But the backyard is completely dirt, assuming they haven't changed anything. Now, it does look like there was grass at one time. There is kind of a landscape border around there. So you may be able to get the grass to grow back if you water it heavily. I prefer, and some people don't want grass. They don't want to maintain it. They prefer a dirt or a rock backyard. I mean, I've got kids. I prefer them to go outside and be able to play. So for me, I'd want to know that I could get some grass growing back there. Now, the neighborhood isn't bad. Again, it's an older neighborhood. Um, from the images, the kitchen looks really nice. They obviously did their flooring like they do, but there are some initial things. But let's jump down and look at the listing. So you can see it's been listed for 47 days. We'll make sure that's accurate when we get to the pricing history. Um, Three contacts in 47 days. Again, that just means that somebody's either requested a tour or requested to apply through the Zillow app or website through Zillow. So it doesn't really provide us with a lot of accurate information. So what did we say? 47 days. Now, this doesn't look like it's been 47 days. Maybe it has, but probably not. So let's look at this. House sold for $530,000 in April of 2022 this year, and was listed for rent June 2022. So just 2 weeks ago, it was put on the market for $2,725. Oh my gosh, people! Almost 3 grand, 3 grand for a four-bedroom home in Queen Creek, Arizona. That is really overpriced if you're not familiar with this market. Now, it was overpriced in January when the rental market was hotter than it is right now. Uh, so it's grossly overpriced now. Um, so here's why we're seeing 47 days listed, because they didn't change the listing. So it went from being listed for sale to sold to price change, instead of it being changed to listing for rent. They didn't change the actual listing type. So basically, this house has been on the market for 47 days, including the sale, um, the time it was on the market for sale. So it hasn't actually been listed for rent for 47 days, but I can already tell you right now, before we even go look at it, the price is probably the big hindrance here. And the reason I wanted to do this, even though it hasn't been on the market very long, and we may not find anything specific about the property that's going to prevent somebody from renting it, it could just be the price. But one of the things, really the reason I want to do this, because I want to be able to come back to this property when it does rent. So I may be completely wrong. And this is for me to do some benchmark and some tracking, so that I know that, hey, this is how the market's operating. So, I may be able to do a video in 3 days and say, hey, that property I didn't think would sell or rent because it's way overpriced is actually rented. Or, hey, it's actually been 47 days since we did that video and it's still for rent, and all they've done is drop the price. So this one, although again it's kind of fresh to the market, and it's going to be hard to say for sure. I wanted to kind of do it as a benchmark. So next step is we're at the property, so we're going to go ahead and go do the walkthrough and see if we can find anything else that might be preventing somebody from renting this place. All right, everybody, here we are. So we're at the front door. I've already got my code and put it in. It's not something I can really record, which is why I haven't done that, because I got to go through an app. I could do it. I guess I could record it, and maybe I'll do it in the next one so you can see how that works if you've never done it before. So as mentioned in previous Progress Home reviews, this does have the smart lock, which they add, and I'm sure it was added before Progress put it for rent just a couple months ago. But the reason they do that is, again, so they can charge you that smart home fee. And it probably makes it easier for them uh, when you move out and to get it ready for the next renter. They don't have to necessarily rekey the locks. They just have to reprogram it. So it's probably easier. It's probably more cost efficient. The other thing is it doesn't cost them anything other than the cost of the hardware to put these on, because put these on. Sorry, I'm not showing you because they're using Rently.com's mobile app to handle the smart features. Okay, so here we are in the home. So it's got this existing tile here, which is nice. And then I'm guessing that all they've done here is they've removed the carpet and then put in the flooring. Okay, so you can look through here. You can see that they probably removed the baseboard down here to put the floor in, to remove the carpet, and they didn't bother to go through and caulk it and paint it. Um, that would be my guess anyway. So kind of a shortcut there. So one of the things I like about this house is the kitchen. It does have granite countertops, which are nice. The cupboards are nice. Well, they look nice. They're just painted, freshly painted, actually. Um, Appliances aren't new, but like new, I would say. The refrigerator, same thing. I don't think it's new. It could be. No, I'm going to go with like new. So decent appliances. Looks like they might have put some new hardware in, possibly. The sink's kind of nasty, but it's probably because it's black. Um, so let's look around here, just see if we can spot anything else that might be. This is a pretty good sized room, and it's got the French doors, which is nice. So it could be like an optional den, optional living area type of thing. You could take the doors off, So that is nice. Like I said, this house is about 2,100 square feet. So it's a good size house. Um, 4 bedroom. We've got the master bedroom back here, also French doors. The size of that other room, plus the bathroom. Let's take a look at the bathroom and see what we did here. So nice countertops again, probably something that was existing. Um, so they didn't bother to clean the house after they made the renovations or improvements. You can see where somebody was standing in the tub, probably to paint. Excuse me. Hardware kind of looks new. I would say that hardware's possibly new. The shower is pretty gross. You can see, um, like the glass really needs to be cleaned. I didn't bother to try to clean it. Again, pretty dirty in here. Possible that the hardware is new because it looks new. But yeah, really dirty. So you're going to spend some time, if you're a clean person, cleaning. We got the closet, the toilet area. Let's take a look. So I was going to say it looks like a new toilet, but it's not. Once you turn the light on and actually see it. Pretty dirty, actually, kind of nasty. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know what's in there, but so doesn't look like they did a lot of cleaning. Just put the floor in. Potentially brought in some newer appliances, or they were existing. Installed the smart thermostat so they can charge it a fee. Another bathroom. Really bad lighting. I don't know if you can tell. It's a really tall ceiling and the lights really restricted there. So it's going to be hard to see, but this bathtub is pretty nasty. It's off-white to begin with, but it's pretty dirty. This hardware does not appear to be new. New shower head, but the rest of it does not look new. Maybe some fresh caulking, but that's about it. Same thing, this toilet is not new. Um, I don't know if that's just like wear and then like they were cleaning it and got something in there, if it's like corrosion, I'm not sure, but it's pretty dirty, pretty gross, um, especially for a toilet that you're going to have to use that somebody else has been using. Here's the other rooms. Again, all good sized rooms. I like you can tell how tall the ceilings are here. I'm looking at the door, which is about 7 feet. Um, so yeah, I imagine all the rooms had carpet. So I pulled the carpet and put this flooring in. Let's find the return here and take a look. So overall, not bad. That's pretty dirty. I do have a new clean filter in there. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see it's kind of dirty. So you'd want to clean that too. But again, I'm looking at the things that I personally look for when I review when I go and look at a home that I may want to move into myself. These are the things that are important to me. They may not be important to you, but I hate the idea that I may have to spend hours cleaning a place just so I feel comfortable sitting on the toilet or stepping in the shower. And so in this case, that would definitely be the situation because they were nasty. Okay. Same with the kitchen sink. It was pretty nasty. Uh, this is kind of ghetto. You can see and this is probably not what they did in the renovation. This was probably existing, and I imagine that the previous owner may have had intentions to redo all of the baseboards with this more crown moldering look, but they didn't, and so it kind of like ends right there and goes into like the normal baseboard stuff. If it were me, I would have probably pulled the fancy stuff out of here. They have it in the rooms, unless because it's in the rooms. I wonder if it is something that they did during the renovation. They put this nicer um, baseboard in because they would have had to probably pull it in order to get the carpet out and this new flooring in. So it could very well be that this is something they did in the renovation. If that's the case, it's very poorly done. Again, you can see all the nail holes, the cracks from where it's cut. They didn't repaint it. But yeah, let me just double check. It's in two of the bedrooms so far. Yeah, it's in all bedrooms. So, yep, I would assume that they pulled the baseboard from those areas where they put down the floor and they put this stuff in, whether it's because it's just what they had, um, or it's what they use and they only do it where they put the flooring in, but it looks kind of crappy. And they don't really care. You're a renter. So most people will just deal with it, but I would be bothered by that. So we're outside. When we looked at the listing, we kind of talked about how there was apparently grass at one point. You can see from the time they took the pictures to now, this has changed dramatically. So yeah, the nice thing here is the grass is still growing. So you throw some water out here, get rid of the reeds, start watering out here, and that grass will just grow right back. So I would appreciate that as a renter. It's one of the things that that I would appreciate and do. I would definitely have grass. In fact, in the home that we currently rent, I just laid sod in the backyard. Um, I don't know if Progress does what Street Line does, where they cap, they find the main line um, for the irrigation to the backyard, and they cut it and cap it. I don't know if they do that, or if there's still irrigation back here. If there is, uh, it would be nice, but if there's not, you can still water it with the hose, the sprinkler, if that's your sort of thing. So it looks like too they might have put new screens on, or somebody did recently anyway. That looks fairly new. So yeah, I mean overall, guys, this is a decent house, good size. It'd be comfortable to live in because it is decent. It is nice. Just a few of those things that are nitpicky. The cleanliness that would probably deter me quite a bit, especially at the price tag, 2660. Um, I still think, even though the quality of the house, looking at the quality of the house now and actually experiencing it, I do think 2660 is still too high for this place, and it's gonna make it difficult for them to rent. And we'll probably see it sit for a couple more weeks where the price is just gonna drop steadily. Get that on camera that I locked it. Okay, locked. So yeah, like I said, overall not a bad house. You can tell that nobody's been here in a while. Um, the landscaping isn't being maintained or taken care of, and inside's filthy. Really disappointed that they haven't bothered to clean it, but overall not bad. It will be interesting to see what actually happens over the next couple of weeks slash months if this place does rent or not, and what the price actually gets down to before it does rent. But appreciate you guys tuning in for another review, and we'll see you in the next one. Remember, this is all educational. I'm not a realtor. I'm not an investment coach. I'm not a financial advisor. All the information I share with you is strictly for educational purposes and to help you make better, smarter financial decisions in your life. And I do that with you.